City Council and City Manager, my name is Andrew Sandoval. Born and raised, now raising my family here in Salinas. I'm here on behalf of my family and many others in North Salinas. Growing up in Salinas, I remember being able to play basketball in the front yard and riding my bike down Santa Rita. Because of traffic safety concerns for many, this is no longer an option. I'm here to ask the City Council to take action now. Streets like Northridge Drive, Osage Drive, and Cherokee need attention now. There are throughways in our city. The residents in the area face constant car damage, including having a car flipped upside down on their own grass area. We need a traffic study to ensure proper implementation of speed bumps, line striping, and even stop signs. Another issue our neighborhood is facing is constantly being cited for parking on their own property. When we face overcrowding and a shortage of parking in our city, citing residents for parking 3 cars in their own house doesn't seem like a logical solution. So what we're asking is for the city to revisit the code to allow for residents to park in their own driveway. The Transportation Agency of Monterey County has a Safe Path to School program in which funding can be allocated to conduct traffic studies that would result in implementation of safety tools to provide a safer walk for our kids to school. We need the City Council to approve the Safe Pathways to School program so it can get started. The program funding covers engineering, environmental clearance, construction of pathway and sidewalk improvements, including safety improvements at street crossings. This program is being implemented in Monterey. Let's bring it to Salinas to help ensure our children have a safe path to schools and help improve pedestrian safety. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Josefina Ursua, and I live on Northridge Drive for almost 30 years. I bought a house, and I bought my house with extended driveway. I had my business in there for 22 years, and now my parents cannot drop the kids in the driveway. My parents have to park in the street, open the doors, get the kids out of the car while the cars are driving like 30, 25 miles per hour. It's an accident about to happen. I'm being punished. I got a citation. I have no way to park because this is my car and my worker car in my driveway, and the parents are not allowed to park inside of the driveway because they're gonna get a ticket. So I really do need a help. We have problems after problems. Cars leave parking there for months. Trash everywhere. They put cars there, sell cars in our front of our houses. And to me, the more that we work to maintain our house, I don't see why I'm paying my taxes and my license taxes to have my business. We do need your help, guys, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Nervous. My name is Lori Vella. I'm a resident of Northridge Estate, which is around the corner from the new Lowell's. I have a few concerns about our neighborhood, Northridge Drive traffic. Northridge Drive traffic has high-speed chase, careless drivers, too many of our cars and my neighbors' cars have been wrecked. In the past 8 years, we've had 11 wrecks of our cars. My neighbor had a car land in her yard. It was going too fast, and it came from 2 feet from their children's driveways. I mean, their children's bedroom, I'm sorry. Northridge Drive has become a shortcut zone and a pathway through to get to the other streets. It's just become so much of a problem that it is causing traffic. I mean, we need something done. It's awful. You cannot back out without almost getting hit. Signs, speed bumps, anything. We need to keep our children safe and our homes from the harm from the traffic. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maribel Fregoso. I live on Northridge Drive. I'm here asking for help. Speeding in my neighborhood has been a very serious problem. I have 2 boys, and they are not allowed to play outside due to all the speeding that happens throughout the day and night. Bumps would be the best solution to our speeding problem. Parking is another issue in my neighborhood. Due to Brondo Manor apartments allowing multiple families to live in one apartment, we can never find a place to park around our neighborhood. We have tried saving a parking spot by having our trash bins outside. until we found out that it was against the city code. We are not able to park on our lawns, nor park a third car in our driveway. Therefore, I'm asking to help us change the code to allow 3 cars to park in our property and getting speeding bumps. Thank you.
Before we go any further, can I ask how many people are here from Northridge Drive, if you'll raise your hand? If all of you are going to say the same thing. Mr. Sandoval, did you write all their speeches and they're all going to say the same thing, sir? Just checking. I'm going to cut this back to a minute because we have another item that we'll have 300 people talk. So 1 minute, please.
Hi, my name is Juan, and I think it's really sad I can't ride my bike because cars drive really fast. I almost got ran over once.
Hello, my name is Dolores Ramirez, and I also live in Northridge Drive with my husband and 3 young adult children. So we have 5 cars, and the same problem with parking that other people have been saying. In addition to that, we have problems with the mail service because if our mailbox is blocked, they will not deliver. So we have other cars coming, blocking our mailbox. I feel like we're being punished in every single possible way. They block our mailbox. We don't get our mail. One time, my husband had to go to the post office, and we got a whole box of mail because they hadn't delivered for over a week. We don't have parking. We don't get mail. And then one time we took the garbage out on garbage day, and somebody needed to park, so they moved our garbage can, so we had garbage from the previous week for the next one. So it's just, we're being punished on every side.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Rodrigo, and in the interest of not sounding too repetitive, I'd like to focus mainly on the experiences that I've had over on Northridge Drive. Most of them have been positive, but one kind of sticks out as a harrowing memory. I remember hearing gunshots outside of my house and then tires squealing off and just kind of speeding off. I immediately just hit the ground because I didn't really know what was going on. But the lack of really any traffic obedience within my neighborhood has now put fear into any random day drive-by shooting to the point where I just can't be at home comfortably without knowing that gunshots may or may not be flying through that window at any point. That's really the main experience that sticks out to me with that problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, Council. Our names are Daniel and Claudia Agamao. We live on Pierce Street in Salinas. Born and raised 1978. Bought our home back in '99. We witnessed several hit and runs, people urinating and defecating in broad daylight, found used condoms in my driveway, as well as drugs, empty alcohol bottles, tampons, coat checks, dirty diapers, etc. We have security cameras on our premises, so we see what goes on after hours as well. We've called law enforcement on many different occasions, and it doesn't seem to help much. We recently received citations for, again, parking for the third row parking room.
The 3 parking driveway.
And but we complied. We didn't comply with that. Most of the stuff that's going on is stemming from the apartments that lived where we live down the street from Rotunda Manor.
North Salinas.
In the North Salinas area, and just the traffic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you all for being here. It's a very difficult thing you have to do here to try to help us. You know, the best actions sometimes have negative consequences. I would like you folks to think about possibly bending the rules a little bit for the code enforcement that is in existence at the moment to help alleviate parking problems temporarily. Please allow people to park vehicles on their cemented extensions. Some of my people have been parking there for 20 years, now they're not allowed to. So they now have to put their cars on the streets, which is very difficult with Rotunda Manor and the 22 people living in 2 homes right on our corner. It really takes our parking away. I made a recommendation, I rewrote the code. for parking submitted to the mayor. It's at the lawyer's office, as I understand it. We kind of need a little bit of help right now. If you can make a little bit of a change where just temporarily we could park on our cemented area, that would help alleviate some of the parking. And also grandfather the cemented area that's been there for 20 years. And then we have to go with permeable
Thank you, Ms. Bennett.
pavers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name's Greg Morgan. I live at Northridge Estates as well. And what I came to ask questions that you've heard from the other people about Rotunda Manor and the problems we're having with overcrowding. One, it's completely unsafe. Two, I find it incredible that the police department has had conversations about how they're going to deal with us single-family homeowners and give us $130 tickets for garbage cans out, for putting cones out. You came out and took the cones, but not one of you has come down and asked why 400 plus single-family homes are doing this. It's complaints from the apartment complex. The police do not have time to take care of quality of life issues when they throw our garbage cans, when they throw garbage on the road, when they park their cars for a week at a time because they know that you're going to wait 3 days to come out and do something, so they'll move it. And then they'll leave it for another week or two. But the police are going to take care of it. I have one place where it's 18 feet. You cannot park by a fire hydrant within 15 feet. I've gone through everything manageable to get it taken care of. The city won't call me back. Mr. Garner from the engineers won't call us back. We'd like you to go ahead and tell us why you support Rotunda Manor and not the single-family residents. We're taxpayers too. We're not transients either. We live here.
Thank you, sir. Your minute's up.
Well, welcome over here to say about the cars and my driveways and all this stuff. And sometimes when the cars coming too fast, sometimes the animals, the cats and the dogs, you know, I see about 2 times cats get killed over by where I live. And I lived there from 1975. I moved from here to Salinas. And it's a nice weather here, you know, to live, but sometimes too many cars, you know. I try to tell the people to make cars, to stop making cars, so they had no much cars in the traffic, in the highways. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Name is Eric Peterson. It sounds like code enforcement's been motivated. Well, I've been complaining for a long time. I know code enforcement isn't responsible for parking anymore, but I've been complaining for a long time in the area 1500, 1600, 1700 block of Cherokee about people blocking handicap ramps. Maybe it'd be nice to turn that energy into doing something about the cars that are still blocking the handicap ramps. For what it's worth, CVC 22522. Thank you.
West White Salinas resident, president of the Salinas Homeless Union. You know, I'm hoping that you will consider repealing the RV ban and open up some safe parking program, open up safe camping programs. We need to try to re-legitimize people. They need help being established again. And what we've done is cut them out altogether, just saying leave and give them a bloody nose, and hopefully they'll go to another town. We need to treat people better. You want to say you're going to be a champion and all this wonderful stuff, then prove it with the other half. You're making more mess than you're cleaning up is what I'm concerned about, and people are hurting for that. And we need to do a lot better. We need to include people. I know a lot of nice people, and they're just getting shoved on, and it's just poor. This is affordable housing already. It may not be inside a building, but it is affordable housing. That's what... I don't think we're interested in that kind of concept, though, and that's what really troubles me. We need to make people more important than paper. And you violated your own rules of decorum. They're insulting all of your constituents from Andrew Sandoval's district.
I got a couple of questions for you regarding the community involvement. I heard Mr. Burns' name mentioned. He showed up at our October 1st meeting, having been educated more about what was going on at a larger community meeting. And he said that they wanted to be involved, and he's willing to step up. I didn't see, not to throw any stones on the water for the Alisal School District, but what I found most unique was None of these people have school resource officers, and they're worried about the homeless coming on their campuses. That's very unfortunate. But have we heard from CCA, COPA, LULAC, Building Healthy Communities? I know most recently we've heard from the American Legion that they're willing to step up and help with this. Have you heard from any of these groups?
No.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Dominic Dursa, I live over here on the south side. I just wanted to speak to this issue of the roll call that seems to get taken in the game that gets played. You know, so often when an issue like this comes out, people will ask, well, where are the people? They didn't show up. Today they showed up. Two separate issues, a lot of people showed up. And their time gets cut, that some people even get accused of their comments getting written, and on another issue, groups get called out. I know you're better than this, Mayor. We've talked enough times. I know you're better than this. So let's not play this game of who's here when and when do they show up. Because when they show up, the time gets cut. So how do you want it? How do you want people to speak to you? Because these people certainly are showing up tonight. These groups that you mentioned, they've certainly been out there in the community. So how does this need to be done? Set us what standard you want. Because I don't like seeing these shots. The other side doesn't too. I don't like it. So just what do we have to do to be heard? Thank you.